Let's write a program that keeps track of how many times a user has visited a web page, thereby demonstrating how you can use PHP's feature known as a session. Let's get started by first taking a look at the HTML that I've prepared in advance here. Notice that I have put in the body of this page the statement, "You have visited this site this many times," whereby this many is going to be the result of outputting a variable that's apparently called $counter. Now, up at the top of this file, I've left some space between an open tag and a close tag for some PHP code. Let's now start a session by specifying the following: session_start, and calling that function. What that simply does is inform PHP that I would like to begin using session so that the superglobal $_session is available to me. And PHP in the web server will therefore magically take care of how that variable is actually implemented back and forth between client and server, somehow using cookies. But in code, what I next want to do is something like the following. First, let's check if there's already a variable set in my session. If is set $_session, "counter." In other words, I'm going to use the session superglobal to store a key, also called counter, whose value is going to be the total number of times that the user has visited my site, and I'll grab that value as needed and put it in my local variable $counter in order to display that value. Next, if that key is indeed set with a value, I'm going to go ahead and grab that value with $counter gets $_session, open bracket, "counter," close bracket, semicolon. Else, if that variable is not set, let's simply initialize counter with the value 0. Meanwhile, well, no matter what happens up there, let's update $_session, "counter," to be whatever this local variable is, +1. I claim now that by way of this branch and a bit of arithmetic, I am going to start counting how many times the user has visited this page. Let's take a look. Let's save the file and open it up in a browser. Let's visit http://localhost/counter.php. This is the first time I'm here, so indeed I visited the site 0 times, but let's now reload. Let's now reload. Let's now reload, and as expected, I've now visited this site not 0, but 3 times.